prepare to be somewhat angry when it comes to Marvel's Spider-Man 2, as voice actor and legitimate great actor Tony Todd, aka Venom, revealed that Insomniac and Sony only used about 10% of the dialogue he recorded for the sequel, and a major part of the story about Venom and Miles Morales was cut. So once again, this comes at us from Tony Todd, who was talking about Marvel's Spider-Man 2, all the goings-on, if you will, in that game and everything that happens in terms of story. Now, there are some people that said, hey, there seems to be something missing here. Maybe Venom is cut a little short. I honestly felt that way. I felt like they cut out Venom content. Well, Tony Todd did confirm exactly this, talking about the fact that we barely scratched the surface of how much Venom was in there, and specifically talking about how much doesn't show up. He says he recorded lines where Miles had the symbiote. He confirms, by his estimate, only 10% of his recorded Venom dialogue was used, and he doesn't know why. There's some speculation it could be used in the future because Insomniac has hinted that if fans want it, they can make a Venom game. And honestly, if they were to give us a complete Venom game from, let's say, you start from the perspective of Harry Osborn during the events of Spider-Man 2, and then they show us a completely different thing we maybe didn't see and involve Miles somehow in a different scenario. I mean, the Spider-Verse now exists, so it could kind of run parallel and then sort of as a pseudo-sequel like Miles Morales to set up the next game. I think you can make this work, but it's honestly kind of disappointing that so much work was put in and then a lot of it didn't make it in. It just makes you wonder, what was it? Could they add story expansion? Could they do a, well, like The Last of Us DLC that inserts itself right into the middle of the story? Could they give us a different flashback like that? Like, that would certainly be interesting. It could break continuity a little bit, technically, if Miles suddenly has a suit midway into the game. So maybe we don't see the Miles suited up, angle, but we could get more of him fighting Miles. I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities. So before we, throw them on a witch trial and be like, you ruined everything, Spider-Man 2's terrible now, maybe they cut out bad content that didn't flow. Like, we don't know. So let's wait and see what they say when they address this.